You don't have to stay long at a demonstration in Russia before you might be arrested. Police wasting no time in taking these protesters away. They had been warned.
In the current circumstances, the risk of the protest organizers and active participants' provocations is increasing, and their aim is to violate civil order. In this situation, your personal safety can be under threat. We strongly recommend you to warn your underage children, other relatives and acquaintances from participating in the unauthorized events.
But Alexey Navalny supporters braved the sub-zero temperatures to have their say. These ones, pushed out by police, found themselves onto frozen waters in Vladivostok.
What I'm seeing now is some kind of inadequate reaction. People were coming out peacefully. They were not doing anything illegal. Now there is intimidation. But as you can see, no one is afraid.
The city square is completely blocked off by police, but there is someone there from the protesters, and there are arrests. There aren't many people this time, but police and special forces had prepared in advance and blocked the square.
The Kremlin seems to have been rattled by this latest wave of protests and have adopted a zero-tolerance approach, even putting pressure on online platforms to shut down any talk of demonstrations. Navalny says his poisoning in August last year was state-sanctioned, something the Kremlin has denied. The opposition leader and critic of President Vladimir Putin spent months in Germany recovering. This movement is more than just support for Navalny. It's been a mobilizing call for those frustrated with everything from the economy to long-standing claims of corruption. Navalny's supporters have used social media to spread his views and to organize protests. There have been thousands of arrests across Russia, and with just days to go before Navalny appears in court to face charges of parole violations, the Kremlin is keen to shut down and discredit him and his supporters. Asad Baig, Al Jazeera.
Let's get the very latest situation in Moscow right now. ALEKSANDRA GODFROID is standing by for us there. And ALEKSANDRA, I understand the situation is calming down a little bit as some protesters going home, but there have been thousands of arrests.
Well, yes, indeed. Here in Moscow, the organizers announced that that is it for today, that they made their point by managing to reach the detention center where Navalny has been held. But that didn't come easy today. First of all, the original point where the protesters were supposed to gather was completely sealed off. The whole center of Moscow, the heart of Moscow, was sealed off with buses not running, metro not stopping. So they started gathering at the reserve points, and these points were changing in an hour, because every time they would start gathering, coming out on the streets, then police would immediately detain people. Finally, they managed to gather at this spot. This is a so-called square of the three railway stations. There was a significant group of people, several thousand people, and they had their protest walk. They managed to come to this detention center, and on the way, police was chasing after them together with their detention vans, the paddy vans, and kept on filling them in. Now there is almost no protesters left here, but still police is patrolling in their anti-riot gear and detaining the remaining ones. So this is still going on and will be going on for some time. We have reports that they're also going into small alleys in the vicinity and trying to detain people that they think participated in this protest, or the people that indeed were chanting against Putin, like down with the Tsar and Putin go away and Russia will be free.
All right, ALEKSANDRA, we'll leave it there for the moment. ALEKSANDRA GODFROID there in Moscow.